Kartik is a chartered accountant by education who's creating a unique space and experiences for art lovers and artists through Rooftop. So Kartik, tell us about Rooftop and Rajasthan Studios. Why did you start it? What is it doing? And how are you asked me to talk about this, how you're curating experiences for artists, not just for selling products, but experiences for them. So, and thank you for supporting this conference also.
Thank you, Asad. First of all, it's a great honor to actually share a stage with such great names and representing brands. I think it's wonderful. What Lily ma'am and Ritu ma'am said, with the with some statistics. I think talking about G20 and talking about the importance, the numbers are so heavy. India is actually the best place for culture economy. And I think today, one statistic which I've been working for last almost 5 years is our current generation. Our current generation involves millennials and Gen Z. They are not looking for your traditional culture activities. They are looking for something more experiential. They are looking not for products. They are looking for activities where they can connect to the stories. They can connect to the real history of India. They can connect to the basis of why and how the culture or particular art forms from different parts have been carrying for so many decades and years and centuries. My role at Rajasthan Studio and Rooftop has been very interesting. So 8 years of consulting background, and this is something which I was always inclined. Very simple reason. I got exposure to travel in college, and I think that completely changed. And then that was the time when I was looking for terminologies like experiential learning, interest-based connections. And I think passion and interest, if you connect them, I think we're talking about a great world. Took 250 experiences around 16 countries after saving some money after my job. And Rajasthan excited me while traveling. And this is all data which is very crowdsourced. You're uploading stories on Instagram and Twitter, and you get feedback. Arey, ye kaise kiya, ribbon kaise banaya? I want to see more. And I think 3 years back in Rajasthan, my entire job, my role is basically connecting to artists in parts across the country. And what I feel is that today when you connect with an artist for 2 hours and you understand and you ask them as a friend, you actually understand the kind of art and the kind of lineage they are carrying. Today, millennials and Gen Z, they want to connect. They want to, and they are ready to pay. So I think that what excited me, and we started in Rajasthan. Today, the whole idea was to get a community first, because I'm not an artist, so I will never be able to think from an artist's mind. So today we are a community of more than 3,000 artists. We're working on 135 art forms, and from Rajasthan Studio, being a travel niche company, imagine what's the best way you go to a place. What's the best way to kind of connect with the local culture? So imagine a passionate artist, someone who's been doing for decades, and in the travel-friendly time, believe me, we are Indians, we want to make the most use of our time. You're going to Jaipur for 2 days, you want to make use of that time. In 3 hours, if you can take, say, something like a Meenakari workshop. Now, Jaipur is the hub of jewelry. You might get, jewels worth like hundreds to crores, I don't know. But in that 2 hours, if you can go and connect with someone like Jaswant Meenakar, who's been doing for decades, and you can create your own, gemstone, like a earring. And in that 3 hours, and you come back home as a souvenir, I think you have a story for a lifetime. That story, the way you carry it, you're sharing not the artist ka journey, you're not only sharing the artist ka environment, but it's just, I think that's the start. And I think that's what we've been doing. Pandemic hit us very hard, but because of this entire artist community which we built in like 1 year at Rajasthan Studio, it helped us leverage. And I think today we are the leading company in the virtual experiences space, working with corporates, B2C and everything. So that's about it. That's how it all started.
Kartik, you were in Prime Minister Modi, was part of your virtual conference on National Startup Day, and you presented a plan of how India can make a difference as far as tourism goes, and you had given a 3-point recommendation. You want to tell us a little bit about that and tell us if there were any next steps after that?
Yes.
Talked about cultural tourism, right?
Yes. So 3 points I think we put out to recommendation. One was virtual tourism. Second was road travel in India. And the third is very unique, is having experiences tag. Just the way we have GI tags, having experiences tag. For multiple reasons. Let's divide this into three parts. One, the post-pandemic scenario. Obviously, it's a great opportunity also because you want the most affected, one of the most affected areas to kind of resume. Experiences tag works on a very GI tag model, wherein it gives you basically, there's a standardized approach to get authentic experiences. Now, the the generation, they are all looking for experiences, and there's so much of social currency on the, social media platforms which is created, and you're in a world of digital media where you have influencers, and there's so much of decision making based on that. Now, if you look at experiences, now whenever anyone travels, let's divide into three parts. One, you decide a place, on multiple factors. On your basis of interest. So making travel more meaningful or purposeful, there are two angles to it. You will always choose a location or a destination. You will book your reservation, as in you will book your flight or your rail, and you might also go for your accommodation. But what you are going to do at that destination is something which you decide very closer. In fact, most of the times, for almost 60-70% in India, people plan it on the day. So authenticity, we have so much to offer, and if we all come together and we have some standard measures, so I would not miss like eating locha in Surat, or doing that ghat aarti in Varanasi, or doing a yoga pose in Rishikesh, or taking like a Delhi walk in Delhi. So I think the whole idea was there. So that's about it. Yes, two suggestions I think for future gazing. Content creation, just like Incredible India. I think creative economy, we should have a centers platform. It will work because Incredible India content is all crowdsourced. So I'm sure that will help. For the B2B, as in the stakeholders, we need use cases. Still, artists and community, they have still not got from the post-pandemic era right now. So nice use case stories there, and also Virasat has Virat in him. So we just need to ignite it, and also curating experience. I'll tell you the best experience. So Sharda mentioned about Veku Volo. We had a great experience where Veku Volo's story was done by Papu Bhatt, a puppeteer in Jaipur, where all the artists of Rajasthan and Antaran had an example of how art experiences can be curated.